Of course. Okay. Looks like that works again, which is good. Okay. We have like 3.5 more boxes of eggs to hatch. And I'm determined to get a... We were going around here last time. I'm determined to get a shiny. So we're just going to continue around this path. Okay. See if we can hatch a couple shinies in the process. God, it'd be nice if we could hatch a couple. I know it's not going to happen as a couple. Whoops. Skirt. Gotta remember what the path is. I'm trying to figure out if I ruined my Discord thing. I don't think I did. I start messing with stuff I don't know what I'm doing with. But I think I got the notifications in my Discord to go again, which is good. The other thing I need to do is I need to make the panel for the shiny living dex like I said I would. I have a lot of things on my to-do list I just have not done. Why is that person standing that way? It's such a weird way to stand. The only thing I don't like about this path is there's no way to get the egg power ice cream. Unless I go into like a building, and I don't want to do that. After this pocket, we'll probably jump back to our old place. Because you do hatch eggs faster with the egg power. And I want faster egg hatches than just going in a different location. It's just going to make more sense to hatch them faster. Okay. Let us put these away. Any 6? Nope. Put that in there. Then we're going to go ahead and jump back to Levencia. I really hope we get this shiny semi soon. Just so we can move on a little bit. Because we still have to hatch... Outside of just the Sprigatito, we have to hatch the other 2 evolutions. Oh, Lord. Hello. How's the hunt going? It's going so slow, dude. Like, as you can see, we're at 10:15. And there's still no shiny. It's a slow grind. But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. I've been hunting for this Sprigatito for 3 months now. 2 months, 3 months. So it's a little slower than I would like, but we'll get there. And it's funny because I made a bunch of thumbnails for the YouTube videos, thinking, oh, I'll just make a bunch. That way it'll cover the whole video line of shiny hunting the Sprigatito. And yeah, so I only made 10, thinking we were probably going to get the shiny Sprigatito within like 10 episodes of shiny hunting for it. I think we're over 10 at this point. Just my thoughts and feelings. Definitely don't know if we actually are over 10, but I'm feeling like we're over 10 at this point. Definitely over 10 episodes. Definitely over 10 episodes. I need to start making covers for VGC videos. I have a couple recorded. Not sure what the video covers are going to look like for those. Probably going to look somewhat with like probably one of the Pokemon on the team, like probably one of the main Pokemon on the team. Because I'll be doing, what I want to be doing is doing like daily morning Wi-Fi battles, like have it come out in the morning before people go to work. So it's just like a quick little video, 10-15 minutes. Watch it while you're eating breakfast, whatever. I have to start working on thumbnails for that. And then I have 3 episodes of my Let's Play that I'm putting up, recorded. I have to finish editing those and make thumbnails for them. Probably will be doing all that this weekend. And by this weekend, I mean like my weekend, like the Wednesday, Thursday. While Mike's flying this weekend, I'm probably going to be recording. You know, the usual stuff. Nope, we got a 6 IV here. Nice. We're collecting the 6 IVs to one to trade out later. That way people get 6 IV Sprigatitos, because there's so much Sprigatito trash on the Wonder Trade. I'd rather send out the 6 IVs that people actually want. Once that box is full, I'll probably Wonder Trade them out. Or like if anyone in here wants one. I don't really care that much about IVs, that's why I'm only saving the 6 IV ones. Because it's not like I'm breeding a bunch of them. It's like once every couple eggs, once every like 20 eggs or so, I get one. I need a 6 IV Ditto is what I need. I need a 6 IV Ditto that is not in my region, so a different region. Whoops. I don't want to name you. No. Get back in the pocket. We don't need to be naming ya. I definitely didn't think we were going to get over 1,000 looking for this shiny. Especially since this is like our first shiny, I wasn't expecting it to go that high. So the fact that it's taken so long is just confusing to me. It's not even confusing, it's just mind-blowing to me. Meow. I don't know why I didn't assume that I was going to be getting over 1,000. I know my shiny luck. Which, I mean, my shiny luck's not, like, horrible or anything like that. But I never get shiny luck when hatching eggs. The one time I got shiny luck when hatching eggs was when I didn't want a Pichu, and I bred, like, a pocket of Pichus, and I got it on the 4th egg. That was the best shiny luck I ever got. 4 eggs. Done. I'm actually low-key excited to shiny breed for like the Scorpiony, the Charmander, the Greninja. I don't know why I'm excited to do those. Maybe because they're not typical Pokemon in this region, but they're on my list. I'm really not looking forward to the addition of Home. Honestly. And tonight when we finish, I want to finish off these eggs that we have in my pocket. And then tonight, hopefully, I can do some shiny hunting with sandwiches. Because I want to say I have a good amount of Herba Mystica. Because I'm going to have to breed more eggs up tomorrow. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm not looking forward to having to release all the Sprigatito. Let's see. Where's the Herba Mystica? Oh, it's all the way at the top. Okay. Yeah, we got a good number. We can definitely do some shiny hunts with that. We definitely got above the, one of them we got above 10 again, which is not bad. I need to sit down and just do, like, a day of raids. Like, 5-star raids. And try to just build up the Herba Mystica. The one thing I like about sandwiches is if you don't get the shiny, you don't have to waste the herbs. Like, if you save right before and you turn off your autosaves, you don't waste the Herba Mystica if you don't get a shiny. So really, you're just paying 2 herbs for 1 shiny. Sometimes even more than 1. Uh-oh. Yep. Cool. It happened in the same spot. Oh well. Not that big of a deal. We didn't get that many done. And you know, as they said, or as it was said in, as it was figured out last night, the shiny chances happen when they hatch. So all we're doing is re-rolling these, which isn't bad. Yeah. Autosaved when we got to Levincia. That's not bad. I can accept that. I can 100% accept that. Hello. I want egg power, please. You know, I am kind of curious And this might just be a waste of time at this point, but I'm gonna try it. So we're gonna go... I don't know how often this resets. So we're gonna go over here and check the auctions to see if they did reset. The only bad thing with this is it once again ended before we could finish a pocket. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hatch one egg and put it back. Oh, it did reset. Hello. Muscle feathers. I really don't need any. Dust balls, don't really need any. Don't need your fresh waters. Do you have anything? You weren't standing there last time. I'm convinced you were not standing there last time. The fresh waters didn't reroll, but the dust balls did. They had some other balls there. Did they even have balls there? Well, the muscle feathers definitely reset. I wonder if it resets faster if you just get in there and lose the auction. So the item's like taken up. Because someone said that the auctions reset every hour, and I've never seen it reset within an hour. Okay, we're hatching this one. And then I'm going to switch it out for the egg at the very end of my boxes. Okay. We'll slap this one at the end there. There we go. We're back to a healthy number. A good number. An even number. It just bothers me so much when we don't end on 5s. I don't know why. It just does. Oh, Lord. So many cats. So little time. Because this week is the starting week that I need to start making or earning 10 Pokemon per week in order to keep on track. And this Sprigatito is not helping. Like, we need to start doing outbreaks more. Outbreaks and hunts. A little bit more. Like, isolation hunts, that would be the one that's gonna help us the most. Oh. Well. Game? It's okay, I wasn't hatching eggs or anything. Well. We got there. It's fine. We're good. And we're good. Right? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Oh, it was that last egg that didn't get as many steps in as the other ones did. That's right. Am I good on egg? Yeah, we still have egg power. Man. This game enjoys glitches. Like, it really does. And it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just, it leads to some really hilarious moments, as long as you can get out of them. So the IVs have to be settled beforehand. Okay. Because that was where the other one was before I had to switch out the last egg. Which is nice. If you know what IVs are, the 6-star IVs, you could just keep re-rolling those until you get your shiny, but I don't care enough. We have bottle caps. I don't mind doing a bottle cap on a Meowscarada in order to get a 6 IV. Or a hyper trained. It's the same thing. It does the same difference. I'm kind of interested, out of all the ones that we're going to be doing like egg hunts for, I'm interested to see which one's going to take the longest. Because like online I found that I really want to do more research on it and see if I can find a longer time it took. But the longest time that I've seen it take for someone to get a shiny is like 3,048 or something like that. It was up there. It was up there. Especially in terms of like, had the shiny charm, had the Masuda method going. But I know we're going to be doing a lot of egg hunts, so I'm really curious to see if one of them, like what our longest egg is going to take. So far this one's winning. And it's only holding its lead that much more. Like, I just have to keep reminding myself not all egg hunts are going to be this painful or take this long. Some of them are going to take, like, 2. Some of them are going to take 2,000. I mean, it just kind of depends. I'm really hoping that they're not all going to take this long. Statistically speaking, they're not all going to take this long. Do you think they need them? I don't want any pepper on it. Okay. That's fine. Thank you, baby. I switched out the eggs, right? Nope. I'm driving in circles with just cats. If we hatch all the eggs, what I'll probably do is end stream a little early and just start laying more eggs. And what I'm thinking of doing is after we get our first shiny Sprigatito, we'll go for... Well, I don't know. Do we want to just go for all 3 Sprigatitos before moving on? We might be. We might as well. I mean, we have the eggs. We will have the eggs. I don't feel like our Sprigatito is going to hatch on the very last egg that we have. Yes, honey? What? Okay. You want to do that right now? Chicken, we use 3 breasts.
Butter.
4 tablespoons. Three. 3 teaspoons goes into a tablespoon. 4 tablespoons. So 12 teaspoons. 15 ounces. What? 15 ounces. 1 can. Minced garlic, I probably put about 2 tablespoons in there. No. Well, 1.5 tablespoons. Yes. So I would do like 4 teaspoons. Okay. No. And then seasonings don't have any calories. None of the ones that I used have any calories. And then it's just really the chicken and the peas and the egg noodles. That should be all of it. Let me double check everything. Oh, and lemon juice. Jeremy? Michael! And lemon juice. Although I don't know if lemon juice has any calories. Realistically. Good? Okay. Really? It keeps going in that same spot. many servings was it, honey? He can't hear me. I'll worry about it later. I don't know why it keeps crashing, like, in the same spot. How many servings was it? I'm just gonna do it later. I gotta finish it later. My game keeps crashing. This is the second time I did it today. Which, I mean, is fine, because, I mean, we determined that the eggs get determined when they hatch. But it's still annoying. Wow. Okay, that's not bad. Could be worse, right? Do you want me to get on Discord so we can talk? What? Thank you. Love you. Throw that up there.
And I did 6 larger servings, so they're full things.
Okay.
So I would suggest try to snack as little as possible.
Yeah.
It's probably going to fill us up until dinner or after dinner.
Right. Normally if I have a snack, it's just that yogurt before dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, it's only 501 calories is what my thing has.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Whoa, blurry.
But
Why is it blurry, cat? That was strange. I don't know why my Switch is having so many issues today. Like, it keeps crashing and
idea.
everything. Huh?
I have no idea.
Because I turn it off.
When's the last time you fully closed out the game when you're done at night?
I'm gonna do that today.
Yeah,
But-
because I tend to save my game and close it out completely.
Okay. Maybe that's the... This
Hi, Dale.
Hi.
Hi, Dale.
I fixed Streamboard, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, because I messed with it a little bit before I went live. So when it popped up, I thought I fixed it, but apparently you did.
I fixed it last night, but I did it after you went live, so it never sent a notification.
Okay. Well, thank you. What was wrong with it?
They changed how they send out notifications. They changed a bunch of backend stuff.
Ah,
It needed to migrate from their legacy framework.
gotcha.
It's rainy here.
It's rainy
It's
here
rainy
too.
here too. I gotta work in this shit.
You'll be alright.
I gotta watch him working this shit.
You'll be better off than I am. Do we have a charter today?
No, we have a charter tomorrow.
Okay. Because Beth Ann was saying, we have a charter Tomorrow, yesterday.
No, it's on the 23rd, I want to say. Unless they're coming in
Yeah.
tonight. If they do, they're coming in empty.
There's nothing filed in other than Golf Fox supposedly went back out and
I thought the paper said the 23rd. I mean, unless if it's like tonight after midnight kind of deal, and third shift have to deal with it. But in that fact, it's not our problem.
right. Mike November's coming back from Tampa. Golf Fox is going out, coming back sometime this evening.
Oh god, Mike
have another-
November's in Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh god, poor Tampa.
Tampa executive.
Oh, okay, never mind.
VDF. What is it? Vanderfield or whatever?
Yeah. This is the third time I moved the Sprigatito into the trading box. I'm not really that upset whenever my game crashes, just because we've determined that it's decided if it's shiny or not after it hatches.
You just hope that you save before it crashes after you get a shiny.
Oh, as soon as I get a shiny, I will save. That's a no-brainer. Whoa. Excuse me, park bench. $10.60. Dear Lord. I'm kind of interested to see when we finish the perfect Pokedex and all that stuff, which one's gonna take the longest to hatch?
Huh.
Because I know I'll be doing a decent amount of egg hunts. Especially for the ones that you can't isolate encounter. So I'm like, which one's gonna take the absolute longest out of all these guys? So far, Sprigatito has a very strong lead.
Huh.
Shininess is determined when the egg is acquired.
Say that again?
Seriously?
Shininess is determined when the egg is acquired.
So when it's laid.
When you pick it up.
But yeah, when it's laid. Whenever you grab it from the basket. It's,
Seriously?
yeah.
But I thought
Apparently.
Austin John's video said it was determined when they hatch.
It says otherwise.
Oh, Lord. Looks like I hatched all those other eggs for nothing. That's okay. I'm just gonna be saving after every pocket of eggs now. Well, regardless. I'm still counting all the eggs that I hatched a second time.
You hatched them, so.
I hatched them twice. See, that makes the Masuda method a lot more viable in my mind, you know? I kind of figured that if it was when it hatched, the Masuda method just kind of gave the egg an extra roll, essentially, when it was determining shiny. Like, something in the code said, this Pokemon has, you know, an extra chance of being shiny. But man, if it's determined when you pick it up from the basket, fuck all these cats. I just want it shiny, man. 1069. Come on, I really want the shiny cat to end in a 69.
Nice.
Damn it. Nice. Right, Nord?
Oh, Nord's here.
Yeah, Nord's here.
Hi, Nord. My Switch sounds like it's trying to take off.
Uh-huh. My Switch sounds like a small jet engine sometime. And I'm like, calm down. I don't need that at home, too.
Damn.
The jet engines at home need to stay in Mike's office.
Right. Actually, Mike just needs to not have a jet engine in his office. Mike
Well, that
better
would
not
prevent
have
him
one.
from playing Flight Sim, so...
Meow.
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 Wow. God, hatching all these cats are driving all of us nuts.
I was just imitating Gary from SpongeBob.
Right. I'm just staring at a bunch of green cats.
I have a bunch of ducks I need to release.
You want to talk about things that need releasing? I got like 6 boxes of cats. I'm not looking forward to that.
You know, you should start saving before the picnic. Hatch all the eggs, and then just reset your game.
Eh. I don't always hatch the eggs right after the picnic. I typically do like 3 or 4 picnics, get a bunch of eggs, and then hatch them on stream. Because I'm determined to get the shiny Sprigatito on stream.
Well,
We
there's
s-
your problem.
We started this shit on stream, we're ending it on... I don't really care about releasing them. Like, it doesn't take that long. Do it while watching a YouTube video or while editing or something like that.
Yeah.
We're about to hit 1100. And I do not know how I feel about it.
Well, you're over the base shiny charm odds now.
Yeah, I am. I might be too close to this wall. My game might crash again. It seems like every time I get to this too close to this wall and hatch an egg, my game crashes.
Can't figure out where to place it if it needs to spin the screen up or whatever.
It's after it hatches, and then when it spins back up, it's like, gives up. I was good on that one, so we're okay. You guys missed the handstand going around the stairs. I couldn't get out of it for like a minute. I like half ran up the wall, and then my guy was like Maridon was just like on the bottom step doing a handstand, and I had to like speed around and jump so I could fly. That was a glitch and a half. $10.80. Nope. I am fully convinced there's no such thing as a shiny Sprigatito. I know I keep saying that, but damn, I am fully convinced at this point. Also, I really need a 6 IV Masuda method Ditto. I would be getting so many more 6 IV Sprigatitos if I had a 6 IV Ditto. Because, like, most of the Sprigatitos that I keep hatching the IV that they're missing is the same IV that Ditto is missing.
Hmm.
Which, unfortunately, is defense.
Yep.
Don't
I'm
get
having
me,
the same.
don't get me wrong. It's not like it's hard to just get a bottle cap and pop that on there, but still.
Damn it, you're breeding a bunch of cats. They should be perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
I mean, they're close enough, don't get me wrong. I'll just pop a bottle cap on it if it's a perfect... Or if I'm gonna trade it up to a, Meowscarada.
Probably rebreed some more 6 IV Sprigatitos on my Spanish account,
Yeah,
because that would accomplish the same thing.
right. No, it doesn't matter. I don't have a 6 IV Ditto either. I don't think I have a perfect Ditto.
No, but having 2 6 IV parents
Oh, that's true. That's true.
accomplish the same thing,
That's true.
and one being from another trainer still gets the Masuna method bonus.
That's true. I might bother you to do that. If you need a 6 IV Sprigatito, I have several.
Okay. So you have the Everstone, which you should. And I give you back the Destiny Knot.
Nice. What bright red eyes you have. You're not the one I want then. I think the worst part about this app is that it tells you your time on that it's taken for you to, you know, do this.
Mm-hmm.
I started at 480 on this app. So there was maybe like 5 minutes before I actually started hatching up to what we're at now.
Mm-hmm.
So minus the 480. 6 hours, 44 minutes, and 55 seconds. That's how long I've been hatching eggs. That's how much of my life I've been wasting on eggs. Oh, goody. This egg is half in a wall. When I move on to hatch something else, it's gonna be really weird watching an egg hatch and it not be a cat.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Especially if we go for all 3 cats before moving on to the ducks.
Mm.
Because it's taken 2 months to get a shiny cat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if we get one soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess we couldn't find a place to put it on the ground. Okay. It's fine. Okay, egg 1100. Come on, egg 1100. Fuck you, egg 1100.
Ooh.
Breeding cats and ducks at the same time. 2 different switches.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll have my 6 IV Quaxley here in a minute.
Well, that's good. Did you already give Quaxley its hint ability?
Not yet. No, I made sure to wait until I have a 6 IV this time.
Probably smart. Alright. Last like 3 rows. Oh man. Sprigatito, I need at least one of you to have purple eyes, please. That's all I need. And then we have to hatch 2 more of you, but that's not the point. No, I said purple. Purple. Not red.
Wrong
Purple.
P color.
Huh?
Wrong P color.
No, I don't want to give you a nickname. Okay. This egg is gonna be 1,111. It's obviously waiting for that number. It obviously just wants to be all ones. 1111. That's obviously what the shiny's waiting for. Oh, I hit a lady. Sorry, lady. Move, bitch. Get out the way. It is obviously waiting for this 111. Look at this. You ready for this shiny? 1,111. It's gonna be shiny. Look at this egg. It's gonna be shiny. Shiny egg. Yeah? Fuck.
It was disfigured. That would have been my luck. It would have somehow disfigured itself.
What?
It would have somehow
not
disfigured
shiny.
itself. That would have been my luck.
Oh my god.
It's not shiny, it's retarded.
Yeah.
You just asked for me to be special.
I'm special.
Wrong special! Throws it into ocean.
I'm special.
You asked for special. You didn't specify what special.
I
What kind
said
of special?
shiny. I missed that part. That man is very angrily, like, shouting on the phone.
It does kind of sadden me that that Scarlet and Violet wasn't voice acted.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Pokemon's never been voice acted, but come on, open world game.
If it was going to have its first voice acted game, this would have been like the best starting point.
Yeah.
Although, low-key, kind of excited to see what the next generation's gonna look like if this game looks like this. Because by the time that they put out the next one, they're hopefully gonna have the time to fix all the little bugs and kinks and stuff that this game has. You know, they're hopefully gonna perfect it a little bit more.
Well, you know, some of the things that people think are bugs are fully intended.
Like the fact that a Rotom phone can walk right by you and then the person appears.
Now, that's probably a bug. But no, like, the windmill in Artisan, for example, is a good example of this. The closer you get to it, the better the frame rate gets. The further away, the choppier it gets. And it looks like you're having frame rate issues, but that's just entirely how it's programmed to work.
Right.
So the further you get away from the windmill, the frame rate is cut in half for the rendering of the windmill every, like, 100 meters or something. You get away from it.
Uh-huh.
So it goes from 30 FPS, which is what the game's running at, to it's like 17 or something.
Wow.
And then 10, and then 7.5.
Why is that?
Performance.
Fair enough. So,
And then there's the other part of, and this is probably what causes that Rotom phone issue
uh-huh.
that you mentioned. Anything that is behind your camera is unloaded
Right. And
at any given time.
so, like, while I'm hatching eggs, especially in this area, there's a lot of business guys walking around with a Rotom phone to their ear. If I'm hatching an egg, it'll walk by me, and until it passes Miraidon by a good bit, you won't see the person. You'll just see the phone floating by, and then the person will appear after it passes Miraidon's butt.
Right. Which is probably just wherever that registration on the camera is,
Yeah.
where that trigger is to actually cause it to load that model.
Right.
If I had to guess.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It leads to some really funny bits that's not, like, breaking the game or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, why is this looking like this?
Yes, it could probably use some tuning, but they did a lot of things to improve the performance of Scarlet and Violet on especially the older Switches.
Right.
Because, I mean, you think about it, the Switch was released in, what, 2016?
Yeah, because I got a Switch in like 2017 for my birthday, and it had been out for a minute at that point.
Yeah, I think it was 2016 when the Switch came out. So it's an old console at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, my Lite runs a lot better than my original Switch does.
Right.
But it's got the V2 chip in it, the V2 processor in it, that the original Switch didn't have. So my Lite's got the same processor in it that the OLED does.
Right. Well, time to release what
the
10 boxes of
speculation
cats?
is. What the speculation is, though, is that that we're still going to hear about Switch 2.0 or whatever they call it when Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda, is announced.
Right.
Because, you know, Tears of the Kingdom was supposed to come out in Scarlet and Violet slot.
In November?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of doubt that. Just because Pokemon always releases in November.
It was originally slated to be released as a holiday release. Tears of the Kingdom was.
Gotcha.
It may not have pushed Scarlet and Violet out of the way, but it was it was originally intended to be released as a
Yeah,
holiday release.
because Scarlet and Violet, or not Scarlet and Violet, but Pokemon games, especially if it's a new generation, it's always November, like mid-November, and it's about every 2 years.
Right.
So like we can probably safely assume we're gonna get the next gen in 2024, and
Right, and we'll probably get a remake next year or
This year.
whatever.
yeah, we're probably gonna get remake of Gen 5 this year. Which, can't wait to see what they do with that one.
Black 3, white 3.
Jesus Christ.
They're gonna come out with gray.
I was about to say they're finally gonna release gray.
Or dark black, bright white.
Fluorescent white and midnight black.
Right.
That would actually be kind of sick. I would not be mad at them for doing that.
I mean, it's gonna be something black, something white.
Or just
Uh-huh.
gray.
No,
Slightly less black
well,
and slightly more white. Slightly lighter black and slightly darker white.
Where is my talent flame?
But, I mean, it's notorious for them to release 2 copies of the game. You know, like, they had...
Uh-huh.
They redid Red and Blue into Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. They redid... Which they redid already. So that was, like, the second release.
Right, well, Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu weren't true remakes, right?
No, correct. Because when we were doing remakes, the first remake was actually Fire Red and Leaf Green. That was the quote-unquote true remake.
Uh-huh.
And then we had Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And then we had Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Uh-huh.
And then, and then we had Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu for a remake of First Gen. And done as a completely different playstyle altogether. You know, like, there was never a game like Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu other than Let's Go, or, Pokemon Go.
Right.
And this was like, so like this Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu was like a mirror of Pokemon Go for the people who maybe
Right,
didn't
which
have
is
cell phones, for the people who
how
maybe
it was
couldn't leave the
intended.
house. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, it was fun. Like, I really enjoyed Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I honestly wish I spent a little bit more time with it. This is probably one of the most recent Pokemon games that I've spent the most time with, honestly.
Right.
Because I wasn't really that impressed with Sword and Shield. I wasn't that impressed with Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I loved the concept. I loved the fact that Pokemon were walking around. It made the actual world feel so much more lively. And I was excited to see that get carried over into the new generations. But,
And then it didn't until
well, no,
the
it
Grand
did.
Underground. Well, the Grand Underground and BDSP.
I wasn't unhappy with the fact that they made BDSP the way they did. Because BDSP was a remake of Gen 4. Gen 4 Pokemon weren't walking around and anything like that.
Right.
And so, when they released BDSP, which is a game I really actually need to sit down and finish,
You
I need to
never
actually
finished
play
it?
I need to. I need to finish Diamond.
You never finished it? That's surprising.
Well, I finished Diamond and Pearl. I never finished Brilliant Diamond
Brilliant
and
Diamond.
Shining Pearl.
Right. That's still surprising.
Yeah, well, they kind of got released, and God, what were we? We played a little bit of it because Mike got it for me for Christmas in
did.
2021.
You did. You played a little bit of it on stream, and then
I got to.
you got on your damn RuneScape kick.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Well, you know, I really liked Gen 4, but there was just nothing about the remake that impressed me, if I'm honest. You know, like, it wasn't a bad remake. I thought it was done really well, but one of my favorite things in Diamond and Pearl was the underground. So I got to the underground of BDSP, and it was okay. But I was really hoping for, you know, to bring back that hunting for fossils thing that they did, and they kind of did. It was okay, but I was really hoping for so much more.
Right.
And I think that really like just kind of kicked my confidence in the game, which is a really stupid thing to kick your confidence in a game. But meh. I really need to finish it. I really want to finish it because I want to see if they put the God, what is it called? The reverse world, the
Parallel dimension
parallel dimension. Yeah, I want to see if they put that
or
in
something.
They didn't.
it. Well,
So they didn't bring freaking Platinum
Giratina
in?
back.
No, you can get Giratina and you can get the origin form, but it's completely different.
See, I'll probably sit down when I'm not like feeling shiny hunting for a night or something like that, and I'll probably play some BDSP just to finish the game slowly over time. Hell, maybe I'll restart it and make it like a let's play on my YouTube. I don't know. You know, but it's just like it's a good game and I really want to finish it. It's just once I got to the Grand Underground and it was just not that grand, I was not impressed.
I think BDSP suffered from not being an imaginative remake.
They put all their efforts, and I'm not complaining. They put all their efforts into the new release, which was this generation Scarlet and Violet. And honestly, I really feel like if Scarlet and Violet was more polished, I wouldn't be that upset. But the fact that Scarlet and Violet had all those bugs. There was an island you can get yourself trapped on within the first 10 minutes of the gameplay. I got myself trapped on that.
Did.
I spent like 10 minutes trying to get off of it. But you know, that's besides the point. And that was on this profile too. I didn't want to restart because I got a female Sprigatito. And I didn't want to restart. That's a 12.5% chance.
That's where you burned up all your luck on Sprigatito.
Yep.
I know where I went wrong. But you know, like, I really feel like if this game was more finished and polished, I wouldn't be that mad about BDSP. But it's like, you should have had, and I think I assume they did, they should have had a whole nother team for BDSP. You know, like...
I'm sure Game Freak has 3 teams now.
Something like that. And it's one of those, like, they didn't polish Scarlet and Violet as much as they really should have. And that has nothing to do with the team that was working on BDSP, but maybe if they were spending a little, like, I feel like more creativity should have gone into BDSP, especially if they have 2 different teams, and more attention to detail should have gone into Scarlet and Violet.
Right.
Because Scarlet and Violet is a great game. It's really... And with its newest like releases and updates and stuff like that, it's become more polished. But, you know, like, there's just like this big thing about it where... I'm a little disappointed that it's not more polished. And I'm a little disappointed that BDSP wasn't more creatively done.
BDSP suffered from trying to be too close to the original game, I feel like.
Yeah. And that's coming from someone who didn't play the original game. Like, you didn't play Diamond and Pearl. You played Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Right?
Right.
As your first introduction to Gen 4.
Things like Romanus Park, which I assume wasn't in the original.
What was it?
Romanus Park.
I think so.
And then like the Giratina stuff, which I guess was platinum.
Yeah.
Not technically Pearl. But there's all of that stuff. It's just, I mean, it feels like it plays like it would have played on a DS.
Yes, and one of the big things, like, I was really expecting Giratina to be in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl with the parallel world or whatever. And the fact that there's, like... do you even go into a different dimension to get Giratina?
I don't think so. I can't remember exactly, but I don't think so.
You would have remembered if there was a parallel world.
I haven't played through it.
Oh.
That's why. I watched Austin John's video on how to get it.
Gotcha. But, like...
But you can get Giratina in both versions.
Right.
And you get Origin form in both versions, because it's not a box legendary.
But, like, when you play through Ruby and Sapphire, and Emerald comes out, and Emerald has its own island that's, like, an additional thing, and it wasn't in Ruby and Sapphire, and blah, blah, blah. And it was a cool place, too. When I picked up Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I was semi-hoping for something along the lines that they did with Emerald. They added a new island, they gave it a purpose, and blah, blah, blah. And they did that. They didn't make it exactly the same, but they gave Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire its own island. It had a breeding center or a daycare center or whatever where you could hatch eggs. It became a very popular shiny hunting spot for egg hatching. And it had its own... It was like a round-robin tournament style with rentable teams, essentially. That the game pre-generated, and you can get a random assortment of 3 Pokemon and go in and battle and see how far you get. And that was one of the mini games in quote-unquote mini games in Emerald. So the fact that they brought it back in a new way, it made it feel like a very fresh, very new game. I'm partial to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because Ruby was my first game. It's one of my favorite Pokemon games. Absolutely love it. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire gave me all the nostalgia of Ruby and Sapphire with the added bonus of, hey, you want a little taste of Emerald too? Here you go. But all done in a new light. It was nice.
So, back in the original Diamond and Pearl, were there 2 different Pokedexes then? Was there the regional Sinnoh Dex and then a national Dex?
I want to say no. I don't think we got a national dex until... I think we might have. I think Diamond and Pearl was the first DS release Pokemon game, like main story release Pokemon game, not a remake.
But did it come out and did the National Dex come out with Diamond Pearl Platinum, or did it come out with Heart Gold? Because I know Heart Gold, once you finish the story, you get the second region opened up.
Right, and I'm talking like next in the storyline. I'm not talking remakes. I think it came out with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I think that Diamond and Pearl was the first next gen storyline to have a national dex. Because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or Ruby and Sapphire, was right before that gen, and Ruby and Sapphire did not have a national dex.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure, like, the first set of games that was released on the DS, that was in the next gen, it wasn't just a remake. I'm pretty sure Diamond and Pearl had a national dex. It was the first next gen to have a national dex.
Yeah, because that's part of the function of the Grand Underground now. I don't know if it was in the original.
No.
But that's where a good chunk of the National Dex Pokemon spawn is in the Grand Underground biomes.
Let me talk to you about the Grand Underground in the way that Diamond and Pearl was before the remake. In the Grand Underground, it was a simplistic spot where you can make a little base. First off, I'm really disappointed in the Grand Underground. The Grand Underground is the remake, the Underground is the original. The Grand Underground, your base, just having like those stupid little statues pretty much to decorate with. No. In the Underground, you could get plushies, you can get furniture, you could get like all these things. There was a thing that you could do with like, it was 2-player where you try to find each other's base and you basically play capture the flag. Like, it was a good time in the Underground. And I think there's something in the Grand Underground that's like that, but it's not the same. But in the Underground, you didn't have Diglets to chase. You didn't have, like, these rooms that had Pokemon in it. It was a simplistic time with a simplistic concept where you were underground in these little, like, hallways and labyrinth of caves. And you could go around and find little sparkles on the wall. And you clicked on the sparkles, and you got to use the touchpad with your little pen. And you could either use the chip or the hammer, and you could smash a big part of the wall to find a thing, or you could use the little chip to kind of chip away one tile at a time. And some tiles had like 2 to 3 layers, some only had 1 layer, and you got to unbury treasure and find fossils and find star pieces, and it was just fun finding treasure. That was all the Underground was. The Grand Underground tried to make it way too complicated with all these random rooms and these little Diglets that you had to chase and these weird statues and, like, I don't know if they brought back Capture the Flag. I never bothered to try it with Mike.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, see, like, they took away all the, like, the Underground was just a simplistic concept with a 2-player little mini game, and you could go around and find treasure and get fossils, and then you would take the fossils and go get them undone or revive them, and you could have a fossil Pokemon, and you could find any of the fossils, which was cool, and it was just a fun time. The Grand Underground is trying too hard to do too many things.
Here's the National Pokedex history. It's been out since Gen 2. Although Gen 3 was introducing the term National Pokedex.
Ah, okay.
So Gen 2 in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, the Pokedex lists Pokemon by their new Pokedex order, Johto's Regional Pokedex, by default. The player has the option to change it to the old Pokedex order, which is available from the beginning.
Huh.
Gen 3 introduced the term National Pokedex in Ruby and Sapphire, as well as Fire Red and Leaf Green and Emerald. In Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, the Pokedex is upgraded with the National mode after the game trades with Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Emerald. In Pokemon Box, Ruby and Sapphire, if a game with the National Pokedex is used with Box, Box's Pokedex mode will be upgraded to the National mode. As Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald cannot link with Box until after obtaining the National Dex.
See, I never had Box. I never had the Box, or whatever it is.
Yep. Fire Red, Leaf Green, if the player has 60 or more Pokemon owned in the Kanto Pokedex, has rescued Lastel from the Berry Forest, and has entered the Hall of Fame upon talking to Professor Oak in his lab in Pallet Town, he will upgrade both the players and Blue's Pokedexes with the National mode. And then Emerald is after entering the Hall of Fame, they exit their house in Little Root Town. Professor Birch and Brendan or May will be waiting for the player. This is an Emerald. Birch will escort the 2 of them to his lab, which will upgrade the Pokedex to National. So once you complete the games, typically. Or in Gen 2, or in Gen 3, I'm sorry, the Ruby and Sapphire was just when you traded with the Gen 1 remakes.
Right.
Gen 4, if you complete the Sinnoh Pokedex, or has seen the first 150 Pokemon in the Sinnoh Pokedex, you can obtain the National.
Yeah,
Platinum
that's still how it works in VDSP. You just have
Yeah.
to see all 151 Pokemon, and then you get the national dex.
Yeah.
Right. In Pokemon Platinum, if the player has seen all 210 Pokemon in the expanded Sinnoh Pokedex, they can obtain the National Pokedex. Because Platinum was expanded. I'm guessing any region exclusives from Diamond and Pearl were just both
Probably.
in Platinum, probably. Or they
Prob-
brought in some from previous generations that weren't in the original Diamond Pearl.
Probably.
And then you talk to Professor Rowan in Sanjin Town, and Professor Oak will arrive and upgrade the players to Pokedex National Mode. Heart Gold, Soul
Yep.
Silver, after the Hall of Fame, you board the SS Aqua, Professor Oak will appear and upgrade your Pokedex to National
Huh.
Mode.
I guess Kid Me never really completed the Pokedex enough to get the national dex until I don't know when.
Well, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, all the remakes, you just enter the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
and then you go and do something and talk to the other professor from like a previous generation or whatever. Like Professor Oak typically is the big one.
What I think I'm trying to remember what the first game was. It might have been Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where you get to go into the other region.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you take the bullet train across to...
To Kanto from Johto.
Was it Kanto? You take Johto to Kanto, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of hoping they do something similar in this game. Especially with all the speculation that they're going to. Like, I'm really hoping they do. Because that was cool. Because you had another...
No, that was amazing.
You had another 8 gyms to battle. You had another Pokemon League to do. Like, it added
Yeah, you
so much
finished-
time to the game.
You finish the base game, and then you get thrown into Kanto as well. And you get to restart practically after you've already beat an entire Elite Four and everything.
Right.
And it added so much, like, playtime to the game. Granted, Johto, I think, is one of the shorter regions. Yeah, Johto is one of the shorter regions, so it just added about enough time for you to equal out to, like, a normal length Pokemon game, but it still added a lot of playtime.
Right.
Hold on.
And you're going up against higher levels of gyms, you know? It wasn't just like, oh, they're back down to level 13, and you have your level
it's-
20, like, 80 Pokemon that you beat the Elite Four. No, it's like, they stay pretty leveled.
They start at like level 50, maybe at the lowest.
Yeah, at
You know.
the lowest. And that's being generous.
Post game, the player then returns in New Bart to the bedroom in New Bart. Head downstairs, receive a message from home. I don't remember. Do you originally get on the ship
Woo!
and go over to Vermilion City?
I believe so.
And then you can also Saffron, where's there was the freaking bullet train, wasn't there? That took you between two of the cities?
In
I think
Diamond
that was
and
after you beat it.
Pearl, there was a... No, because in Johto they had the ship take you over to Kanto.
And
It-
I thought in Heart Gold you also had the bullet train once you finish everything else, probably. Like it gets fixed.
Maybe, but I thought that was more... I thought that was... No, that was Diamond and Pearl that had the battle train.
That was a battle train.
Yeah, that wasn't the bullet train or whatever.
The bullet train was just you go.
Right.
gotta replay Heart Gold. I gotta actually finish Platinum. I gotta replay Heart Gold because I decided to destroy it apparently.
Yeah, you restarted for some reason.
I was trying to get. I think I was trying to get all the starters moved over to black and white. Is what I was doing. Magnet Train. The maglev that runs between Goldenrod and Saffron City. Yep. It was a cool one because it was in 3D
Right.
when it showed up. Like it looked down the tunnel of the, it panned to the side and looked down the tunnel as it pulled into the station.
Right.
Magnet Train appears in Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver.
Where does it take you?
Initially, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's between Goldenrod and Johto, and then Saffron and Kanto. Yeah, I knew it was like Saffron City or something.
It's been so long since I played those games, I don't remember.
Initially, the train is out of service because a Team Rocket grunt has stolen the machine part from the Kanto power plant. After the player retrieves the part from the Cerulean gym and returns it to the power plant, the train is able to run. A pass is required to board the train, and the copycat has a pass, which she received as compensation for her house in Saffron City being demolished to make way for the magnet train station. She'll give it to the player as reward for returning her lost item, a Poké Doll that Red gave to her 3 years before. In Gen 2, the magnet train runs on the railway tracks along the ground. In Gen 4, the train and its station run along an elevated track, much like a monorail. This track goes underground as it approaches Saffron City. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, after the player has caught Zapdos at the power plant and obtained Lieutenant Surge's phone number, he appears in the Saffron City magnet train station, where he offers to trade the player his Pikachu, Volty, in exchange for another Pikachu. Really?
That
Pikachu for a Pikachu?
That was one of those episodes in the anime.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Surge had a Raichu. He was kind of disappointed in the fact that, or no, he was like trying to convince Ash that he had to evolve Pikachu in order for it to be any stronger and blah blah blah. And then he gives Ash an electric stone, and while they're in a Pokemon Center after Pikachu gets absolutely fucking demolished, Ash is like, it's up to you, Pikachu, if you want to evolve or not. And Pikachu's like, no! And then he goes and he beats Raichu, and you learn that the power of friendship is way over the power of actually leveling up. It was stupid. It was weird.
Right.
They have to have some big life lesson about friendship in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember riding the damn train all the time.
Okay, Sheldon.
I like trains.
I fucking love trains.
I know you do. I'm surprised you don't remember the train.
Don't typically love video game trains. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just false excitement.
My God.
Oh! Hi.
Barraskewda.
Hey, gone.
You run. Should have bollywopped him.
I will. Outside battle, it's faster. Oh god, I hate this lake.
Right. Are you looking for a Christmas turtle?
I'm looking for a big Christmas turtle.
Big boy Christmas turtle. Alrighty. Need to get off here shortly.
I know, honey. I don't even know if how big of a difference the colors of Drana is. Druna?
Dreadnought.
Dreadnought, is that how you say it?
Well, let me see.
Does it look like Christmas turtle? Like big Christmas turtle? Like honking Christmas turtle?
Doodle is small but obvious. That's all I can tell you.
Which one is?
Doodle.
Yeah.
Dreadnought is dark green and like a burnt dark orange on the instead of the yellow of his shell.
Okay.
Like a darker brown on the back.
So it's obvious.
It's decently obvious because he's a dark green skin.
Huh.
I actually hatched from the egg.
Ooh!
Dozo.
He just popped out of fucking nowhere.
Uh-huh.
I have a 5 IV Quaxley now that is missing a different IV than mine. 5 IV Ditto.
Lol.
Maybe the 6 IV Quaxley won't take too long.
Hello, Dondozo.
Do what?
Oh, I just said hello to a Dondozo.
Oh.
They're just kind of populated in my way.
Yeah, Dondozo tends to do that.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Gyarados.
Excuse me, old lady.
We can drive the Nutmobile.
You're
Hey.
just now seeing that?
The nut.
The peanutter position is a full-time paid 1-year job opportunity.
What?
Planters is looking for its next group of peanutters to drive Mr. Peanut across the country.
Yeah, you
I'm-
drive the Planter's Peanut Mobile across the country.
We
I'm
can drive the
sorry.
Nutmobile.
I'm sorry, but when a guy shouts you can drive the Nutmobile, my instant thought process isn't car.
I
Normally
saw that yesterday.
Normally it's
It's
a
some
different
creepy
kind of
white
gear
van.
ship. It's typically a different kind of gear shift they're talking about.
Different kind of gear shift and a different kind of nut.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm gonna get off here.
Yeah, I'll be getting off in a second. Hello, Dondozo.
Bye, Dale.
Dondozo, if you want to be shiny, that's fine. I'll take a shiny Dondozo.
At least
Ooh!
Dozo's easy to see.
Yes. Whoa. As he creepily crawls out of the depths of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all Pokemon you can shiny hunt in this little area are pretty easy to see. Except for Tatsugiri.
Yeah, well, sushi is sushi.
Sushi is sushi. Especially with how many different types of sushi there is, like... It's kind of hard to tell if you're looking at a regular sushi or not.
Waiting on a sandwich to run out.
Huh?
You waiting on a sandwich to run out?
No, this is a outbreak.
Ah.
Figure I'd drive in circles a little bit, see if I can get one to spawn. Because you can isolation encounter outbreaks as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I am gonna go ahead and get off here. Do a quick spin, make sure there's nothing I'm not seeing. Okay. Bye, stream.